Oh. I'll turn it up like you turn me down. I'm not afraid.
Wow. I mean, that's just the music. That's still an interview. It's like the lights doing it. Yes, no? Love me, come home. Lonely judge.
Who cares what the world's gonna say? 'Cause you know they're gonna see it anyway. Who cares if they laugh at what we do? 'Cause it's only me and you that know the truth. Middle finger to the sky. They don't know about you and I. We've been rolling deeper than they'll ever know. Even though I broke your heart, know that won't keep us apart. Baby, I know, I'm not giving you up. If you want my love, you got it. Anytime you want it, baby, bring your body back to me. Think you got me foolish and stupid. You don't know what I do. It's my baby, bring your body back to me. I know, I'm not giving you up. I'm not giving you up. If you want my love, you got it. Anytime you want it, baby, bring your body back to me. Who cares what the world's gonna think? Cause you know they're gonna think it anyway. All the bad things that we do. Shut your mouth and put your hands right on your toe. Right to the sky, they don't know why you will die. We were rolling deeper than they'll ever know. Even though I work hard, no, that won't keep us apart. Baby, I know, I'm not giving you up. If you want, you got it. Anytime you want it, baby, bring your body back to me. They can call me foolish and stupid. Don't know what I do this, but baby, bring your body back to me. I know, I'm not giving you up.
I think I like that.
If you want love, then you want it. Anytime you want it, baby, bring your body back to me.
You know, I'm not doing anything except always playing. I like to invite you. You know what? I blame you. I blame something. You. It's quite cool. I feel the shifting of you getting closer. Sexy.
My eyes wide open underneath the sun.
Okay.
Follow and feel it, patiently waiting. I lose my feet so clearly now. keep you close to me? Why do you feel when I'm dreaming? Why do you keep you close to me? Why do you feel when I'm dreaming? I know I'm feeling patiently waiting. All of my fears so very young. Why do you keep you close to me? Why do you feel when I'm dreaming? Why do you keep you close to me? Why do you feel when I'm dreaming? I know I'm feeling patiently waiting. I lose my feet so very young.
When all else fails, you just resort to what works. And then doing it like you don't care if you get in trouble. Because you learned already. And ain't no more suffering than you've already handled. And nothing else is worth it. So fucking
I keep reaching.
just gotta love fucking hard.
You're not reaching.
Whoever the fuck I am. And
you're not reaching back.
Something through you say. Say.
Trying to get in. Want you through the cracks. Want you through the cracks. Guess I'm trying to say. It hurts to feel this way. A million miles away. That's to me, okay, moon, the stars are never fall so low. Trying to make sense as I go. Cause nothing is interesting.
I just wanted
Yes, I'm trying to say, let's fulfill this love, you're miles away. That's to me, why? Well, if you see me right here, then what are we worlds apart? What are we worlds apart? If you saw me, then why do you feel this way? Why are we worlds apart?
Yeah, I don't care. Something I can do, something I can't do. Stand up and stand still. A million. But you know me already. Elliot's a lot of things. But it's only just one me right now. Openly. I've always loved storm sounds. It's a thrill to be scared like that. No matter how young or old I was. No. Did we just sing the song already?
Crashing mountain top, you're the fire inside, light in the night sky. You're flying in the moonlight, you're on Dixie's island, at the flames fire. I kill the storm inside, I kill the storm inside, I kill the storm inside. feel the storm inside. I feel the storm inside. I feel the storm inside.
Sometimes just the most difficult thing. I am stoned. Some of the best. You could all tell me more. One more time again. For the homies. True story. Every time. I tried lying once and it didn't like I'm just thinking because I missed it. I missed doing it. So it was a mistake, but it wasn't mistaken. Just like tried to. Congrats, man. probably like, are you still listening? Maybe you just want me to touch you, man. And I don't appreciate the lack of, oh yeah. Although I do love that pod. Okay, so I know what I'm doing. 5:51, 21, Thursday. Nov. What was I saying? Something about not being like told on to do. But that doesn't mean I don't also really, 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 really like being told what to do. It's just really hard. Fine. Yeah, I'm like, okay, I'll listen to you. Nearly impossible. Stroke and breath. La da 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 da. Oh yeah, that's good stuff. I think I'm good for now. What do you think? Yeah, I know, it's fucking great. I'm really enjoying this being and feeling like an effective way of teaching. Just like, I love you. I can handle it. And also, let me show you about your possibility. Not what you see I can do. But you're seeing. New, not new. Because it matters. What you do only as much as how you express loving it. And also, like my previous Akashic recognition developing skill set, I would self-describe as one who studies intensely first principles. That counts at least a little bit in everything. Because on every scale, as in the scale of every, a little is a lot, depending on how you look at it. So look at it like it's little when that makes you feel really good. And look at it like it's really big when that makes you feel really good. Risk punishment from every direction. And take it from me, someone who is not very kind to myself in like a truly self-expressive way. I can gush for other. But it's been a hell of a journey to see myself there. In them. And then in me. But what else am I doing? And if it wasn't worth it, I'd be like, it's not worth it. And trust, like you, more or less consciously. I just want to be free. To myself and myself. For myself, from myself. And maybe like something like me, but not me, that's super sexy. Of course. Sexy, smart, sexy, bad, sexy, good, sexy, quiet, sexy, loud, sexy looks. Looks is only one possible kind of sexy, but it's the only sexy we go. Not really, obviously, because we don't always do that. But my interesting self, reflection, it's like, but I did go there first. Because, yeah. Try to die, and your life becomes thrilling. And the way to try to die is to
do the thing that you're afraid to death to do, and saying, fuck it, do it. Or I'll die, or whatever will happen to me, I'll die. Let's see what happens. In my experience, and those of my compadres, I would say that the path is quite possibly all-encompassingly, inevitably rewarding. And for the semantically indistinct, I can also mean worth it, worthy, chosen, accepted, created. And it must and only be in all the ways that you can conceive. So the things that you wish you hadn't conceived are good things to love right away, because you can't unconceive them in the way that it can be imagined to be inconceivable. Thank you for being you. Thanks for dancing with me and laughing and like all the things. And because I'm still experimenting, not with, I mean, I'm always experimenting. I'm experimenting with experimenting on camera. Just continue, just do what I would normally do. I guess I just, because I feel really comfortable, and I do mean it to be, without changing how I would act at all, which is not like, oh, that's easy. It's like, no, I'm just like 34-year-old dragon killer dragon, man, boy, sword, children's book for teens. Viewer's discretion is always only can possibly be just that. And it all comes together. You just gotta be able to make sense of it. And sense can come from any direction. For me, it's quite physical, like in the world, energetic, starting from I'm made of stuff, I feel stuff, like I'm, but try, tested, and true. The reason that it's that way is because that's the way I feel most. It's just the most fascinating. So it's like I can know and practice a lot of different kinds of things in a lot of different areas, but I'm really only just doing one. So I'm trying to make sense of whatever the fuck's going on right now. Get good at falling. Dancing is just that. And I don't mean turning it into something else. That means calling it what you're doing. Whoa, it's like, that's where I went. And how it looks is never why you're dancing anyways. So really, where's the interrupt? For me anyways, that's been a path to self-love, towards understanding. and trust. Because then you can eventually learn to apply it to everything. And I think what's really special about the times right now, whatever the influence is just that we've seen it all. And the worst just was couldn't outlast us. And we keep going. Dismissing the false fears of self. Which is really just a willingness to balls out. I did think ball sack. Like my nuts. But balls out. Our conversation really made me think what other balls could be out. It's hard to unsee nutsack though. Sack of balls. Because I have a pair of balls. A single, well, ball sack. Oh yeah. And the good actually just, it's not a quantity thing. Because the good is what we've always been hanging on to, and it felt like a quantity thing. It's like, where is it? Where isn't it enough? It's really just, it's always been there. It's more of a deciding what that is collectively. As an individual, collecting. And the smallest fucking possible environment dealing with else in the form of anything, because it's all consciousness. But people, although don't get me started, it's been a lot of fun making peace with the undercurrents of my wickedness. Because I've always been soulfully proud. And I stand by anything or nothing that I've never done. But learning to how many ways you can say and feel and express the truth of that isn't like, yeah, but like only what I call me. Which is really just like, I remember childhood. If memories are implanted, then I don't give a fuck. Because I don't thinking of them in that way anyways. Just like this continuum, like past life, forward life, parallel life, anything could happen. But it has to happen through the broadest sense of terms of my like happenings. Like if I dream, and I dream often my whole life, and I remember the part of that dream that happened, any recollection, feeling of vagueness, any and all of that happened. If I wake up and I knew I dreamt, I don't remember any of the dream at all. That's what I remember. My point is, if I woke up and I'm not thinking about my dream, I could have been dreaming. I'm not thinking about it. It's not happening anymore. Some people dream really lucidly. And my point of saying that is, if my dreams get that real, then that's real. Fuck all y'all. Because you're not separate from my witted. I love you. All aboard. Okay, it's a really pretty night tonight. Thank you. So thank you. It's like, yeah. This pretty didn't come from here. This pretty is where here went to God. The inspired moves towards the inspiring. And the inspiration is moved by the adoration. And both and all are taken aback. The revelation of true, reflected, honest expression. You're like, am I lying to myself? I'm not lying to you. And if I feel anything, if I feel like you're not lying to me, then like knowing that, because it's like, oh, that isn't the voice just inside my head that I self-identify, blah, blah, blah. And I can hear it. It's like, yeah, there's no lie in that. Like you're in yourself, you can be lying to yourself. That's what you're saying. It's like, oh my God, if I hear that, you hear that, then I'm also, it's like true reflection. That's why other is so important. Because unity is everyone is self or everyone is other. Two. Plus or minus, however many you want. Just be willing to die to do it for at least the most possible love you can conceive. And don't be lazy. Because most often the most like life force disturbing actions are temporally assertive. Culture, pain, and healing's to a wound. When I love like there's no tomorrow, and when the hardest thing is something that no one will know, or it's always just the hardest thing you could possibly do. And sometimes killing yourself or other people, just as like to pick an extreme, is like easier to do than write yourself a letter. And that's just my not for kids example. If you checkbox YouTube. For your discretion is. I love you. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being yourself, me being myself. It's cool. Okay. I love you. Have a great yes. Have a great non-ado. But mostly, yes, I love you. Oh.